Good evening, everyone. It is April 11th, 2023. Going to start off on the ES here. Tomorrow we do have our big day, CPI, the 10-year, and FOMC minutes. I stated on Sunday that I was looking for us to trade inside last week's range for Monday and Tuesday, and then probably get that break of range tomorrow during that CPI, and so far that has been correct. Now, I want to note, oh, there's my interactive brokers going off. I want to note that the breadth has been actually overall on the New York Stock Exchange. It's been quite green. However, the big heavyweights have been weighing us down every single session. That's what we've seen. We've seen ES kind of trudge along slowly, while NQ has been selling off as those heavyweights just really holding us down. Once again, we saw today just a lack of movement on ES, just a 14-point range for the majority of the session, got a low volume ramp, and which was just sold off into the close. Now we've built a ton of volume around this 37 number, and I just don't really want to be fading against that. We are kind of back to right around neutral of this zone that we've been trading in since about Friday. So if you take this, even if you take the RTH high here, right around 63-ish, and you draw a halfback, here we go. I think it comes down to 41.30, and that's pretty much where we've traded. That's where we held today at the lows. We're just churning around there, developing volume, chopping around, not really doing much. So what am I looking for? Well, I still have no faith in this triple bottom. Put it on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Monday. So what I'll be looking for is if we get a gap down scenarios, that just means breaking 28s. If we open below 28s, I'll be looking to get short this 37 quarter. Not only is that today's 4 p.m. close, it's the day prior's 4 p.m. close, it's the Q1 close, it's settlement highs as of tomorrow. In other words, it's Monday's highs, and it's right around that weekly value area high from last week, and it's also, more importantly, where the developing weekly point of control is. So that'll be indicative of selling off, gapping down, so having some sort of major selling, and then coming back to this position that's been established, and then hopefully getting a sell further down. As you can see, I've got no interest in really being long until we get down to these 80s, sort of the origin of Friday's ramp to the upside. Nothing really changing here. Still looking to short 57s. Now I've changed this from 27 to 35s. So if we open above 35, so kind of opening within this this churny area, I will consider a short at 55s. If we open lower, to me, it would be indicative of strength to open, let's say, on a gap down or below, let's say, at 30, and then move up, break through all of this volume and structural levels, and then reach 55s. I think in that case, we'd have evidence of strength and probably go and tag that 65 to 70 area. So that's all I'm looking for on ES. Not really much. Let's go over and switch on to the NQ here. NQ, not a lot of follow through. I was looking for tight trade on Monday and Tuesday and some sort of direction on Wednesday. Same idea, and that's what we've had. 13,100 maintaining as my pivot, and this thing's just been kind of messy. No surprise. Today was cleaner than the ES. I really liked it. We opened up right around the day prior's highs. Just pulling this up on another screen. Yeah, we opened up right around Monday's high of the sessional highs, and we were unable to hold it. Something to note was that during the overnight session, that Monday high, the 4 p.m. high, was acting as pretty much our overnight balance high, whereas on ES, that Monday 4 p.m. high was acting as our balance low. So this level here, right around 38-ish, was acting as our balance low of the overnight. So it was acting as support, whereas on NQ was acting as resistance, which to me was indicative of more weakness. And what I was looking for was if we got below that kind of prior week's VWAP close, right around 155-ish, I was looking for us to sell down into 070, and that was just Monday's VWAP close. And that is what we had. We had a nice sell-off there, and then held the bid numerous times at 58, developed a bunch of volume, and then it, again, much like on ES, we tried to ramp, got in towards around the lows of Globex, kind of the value area, lowish area, and then sold off hard again. So what am I looking for on NQ? Well, Much like on ES, not too eager to be bid. What is that? 100 points or so? 167 points. That's where I'm looking to be bid. 909.5. Until then, if we do get a gap down scenario, I'll be looking to short 86. The idea being that we'll be below all of this inventory that we had. So I'll be looking to get short there. It is right around, it's also right around the daily close, the 4 p.m. daily close, right around the VWAP close, right around the 95% monthly value area high from last month. So I'll be looking to get short 86s for a move down into kind of this 030 where we have the bid show up on Monday after selling off of that VWAP close on from Thursday. So I think that's where Thursday's VWAP close was, right around 88 or something like that. And then we got a bid around 10 to 30 and then moved back up. So I'll be looking for us to sell down to here. I'm not sure if we catch a bid, not sure what happens, but I want to be short at 86. If we gap down, I want to be short there before a tag of this potential bid area. I don't want to be fading against this potential bid. I'm not sure how far it goes. If we gap up, which is an unlikely scenario in my opinion, I'll be taking this 165-ish area long after a tag of 158. Just a nice level. Also corresponds with roughly last week's VWAP close, today's high of the day, all sorts of stuff like that. So I'll be taking that long and roughly where we found the bid overnight before ramping up and selling off. So I'll be taking that long as well. Then above, they're getting short at 231 and 311. So not really a lot of trades ahead of the CPI number. Just looking at that on ES, long 82s, 88s, short 37s, 55, 70, 83, and some higher numbers, long 65 and 54 as well. And then long either 732, 909, or short 86s, long 165s if we gap up, which I doubt, or a short at 231s or 311s. Now, I'm sure we should have some volatility before the market opens on that CPI news. So I will be waiting for that, and I am almost positive there will be an update to this plan, both on the ES and NQ, before the market opens. So that'll be posted to Twitter per usual. On that, trade safe and have a great night.